Hey guys, it's Cryptic Gamer here, bringing you a review and a walkthrough on the game Undercards. To start, we'll go with the walkthrough. I hope you Crypt Dwellers have a great time, and here we go. So, as you open the game, you're met with this opening screen. That may seem a little crowded at first, but don't worry, it gets a lot more simple as you go. So to start, I would like to divert your attention to the bottom row, and then we'll start working our way up from there. So to start, I do want to have this disclaimer. Say that this is a fan game, and I, along with the admin/creator, highly recommend that you play Undertale before you play this. But by no means is it necessary or required to do so. The first option that would pop up would be staff. This helps you see who moderates it and also who's the creator. This is nice because it makes it where you're able to learn about the staff of the game before you go into chat. It's also nice because you can see who the current donators to the game are. After staff would come the official Twitter of Undercards. This is great because this makes it where you're able to learn about stuff that's coming down the pipeline before it become in the patch notes. And you can also partake in special sweepstakes for card packs that you otherwise wouldn't have a chance for. After the Twitter comes a feature that I personally really enjoy, the leaderboard system, where you can see how you compare in the rank system to other players. It also makes the game a lot more intense if you're going to play with friends, because then you can see how you and your friends compare to one another. The next two are pretty obvious. It's just telling you that this is a fan game, that they don't make no profit off this. You know, the normal terms and service and the legal showbiz. Now here's the big one that I highly recommend. That if you're enjoying this game and wish to see it continue and grow, that's donate. Even $1 helps the staff grow the site. It also makes you able to use unique emojis in chat, which is really fun to use, trust me on this, but by no means is it required to play. The last thing in the bottom section of the screen would be the chat feature, where you may talk to other players who are currently online from a wide array of languages, from English to German to French. It makes players from all regions able to enjoy this. There are also tabs if you wish to enter a roleplay chat, or maybe with your competitors, or maybe try to get some advice in the beginner chat. Congrats again this far, we're already a third done. With that, let's move up to the middle section. It's a lot less intimidating than it seems, trust me on this. First, let's discuss the elephant in the room. The bottom section is showing who is currently in matches. This is nice to know if you wish to pick up some new strategies. You can just watch some high-ranked players fight it out, or if you desire, you can possibly just watch a friend play a match, learn how they play. Next is a feature in which I immensely enjoy, being able to look at the new cards that have been released. This makes it much easier to tell what is new, other than having to constantly check if there are new cards. Now there's one thing, wait, can we just take a minute? Let's just look at them legs. Yeah. Okay, now that that's done, let's go to the top of the middle section, where you can look at the current patches to the game. That makes it more balanced, along with what cards were added previously. For instance, if it's the new card isn't the last, you've been away for a while, the new card's no longer the only new card to you, you can look through the patch notes and see what was added when, and what's been balanced out for you, which is really nice if you're planning on trying to get far in the rank. To finish off the middle section, on the left, you can see the current video advertised by the site. Currently is the official trailer to the site, which I enjoy. Outrim did a great work on this video. I highly recommend you watch it after this. Hey, look, we're already on top. We're cooking with it. Well, let's go ahead and get this walkthrough done, shall we? Now that we're on top of everything up here has a vital use. Now, first you should know what home button does. It just brings you back to the screen that we've been talking about this whole time. So, we don't really need to go into that. Next would be the most important feature on here, the play feature, which takes you to the magical place. In this area, you have multiple options, from playing an unranked match just for fun, to playing in ranked matches for amazing prizes. Of course, if you and your friend ever want to have a match, you could always just go to custom games, where you're able to create games with passwords or not, whether you want to make sure it's your friend playing, or whether you just want to have a friendly match with someone random, without having to worry about getting a level 40 versus you whenever you're only like level 5. One thing I would like to note in the rank section is as you win, you'll be awarded dogs. As you go on a winning streak, the number of dogs won will increase, but be careful. If you lose a match, you'll start losing your dogs, and if you lose all your dogs and then lose again, you'll get kicked back a rank. Okay, now that we're done with the play section, let's head to the card section. In this section, you'll notice something a little weird. There's an arrow pointing down. The reason for this is Even though they both have to do with cards, there's two completely different parts in this. The first one that we'll be discussing will be the deck building part. In this part, you get to choose from one of 7 souls. These souls all have a different use, from justice, being able to deal 1 damage every turn, to kindness, being able to heal your troops every turn. This is really useful because that means you can make a deck tailored to each of those benefits. This can be really useful. Now, something else to notice is that there is a card limit of 25 cards per deck, so make sure you make synergies within your deck, but don't rely too heavily on pulling out one card to win the match for yourself. The next option under the cards section would be crafting. This is a great thing to make use of, even though it is not required. As you level up, you'll notice you'll start gathering dust. This dust is used in order to build yourself stronger cards. Each different rarity has a different value of dust that is required to make it. For instance, if you wish to craft this Royal Guard that I'm doing, it would only cost you 40 dust, because it's the most common rarity. It ain't rare, it ain't some legendary card. Like, for instance, Meta Neo, it would cost you 1,400 dust to craft. This is a lot of dust, trust me on this. But of course, this is the highest rarity card that you can craft. Look guys, we're in the final stretch. Congrats. Next comes a feature which I am sad to say needs to be worked on very much. It's cool in concept, but I really feel like they don't live up to the hype. This would be the quest system, where you're given daily tasks which are always a variant of win 2 games with this deck variant. This does contain one feature I do enjoy though, loyalty rewards, logging in daily and winning. As you do this, if you play for 7 days and win matches each of those days, you'll end up getting 3 packs and 100 dust. This really helps the grind on getting the dust and packs. The second to last feature would be the gambling feature, where you can spend your gold as an in-game currency that you can only get by playing the game. There's no microtransactions in this game, gladly, where you can buy card packs. There are 2 different variants here, from normal packs that cost 100G. They're cheap, you can get a lot of them, but don't expect any amazing cards. I mean, there's a chance you'll get stuff like Pyrus, Meton, but it's not common to get those. I'll just put that like that. Then comes the super packs. They're a lot more costly, 1,500 gold. Takes you a bit to get there, but they're guaranteed to give you one of each type of card, from a common card all the way to a legendary card such as Papyrus. Now, they give you one of each type of card, except Determination. Determination can only be acquired by getting to rank 0 in ranked play. Hey, congrats! You made it to the end of the walkthrough. I would like to thank you for watching. Now, if you do decide to start playing after watching this, I'm going to put my referral code up, so just put this in your search bar, and then me and you will both get some packs out of this, which is nice to start with. But in order to get the benefit, you will have to reach level 10. Now, I want to thank you all for watching up to here. So I'll start my review now. Okay, I'm going to come straight out with you guys. I personally am a sucker for games like Hearthstone and Undertale that have great story behind them, that there's a ton of lore, as with Hearthstone, the World of Warcraft lore, Undertale in general. So to me, this is a love letter. But sadly, there are a few quarrels I have with this game, such as the constant justice nerfs and the ability to make a card with 40 plus attack by simply magicking a card. But this is a really solid card game. Each card has their own abilities and are useful in their own way. There's always a way to counter other players. It's a great game, and it's constantly getting new players, and it's getting patches to make the game better constantly. It has a live community where the creator himself is on a lot of times, where you can speak to him. I personally really like this in this. So I personally give this game 8 out of 10 Megaton legs. And with that, have a glamorous afternoon.